Hi, Andrew here, and I want you to remember there's still a lot of fight in the beast. I don't remember who said it. Maybe it was Churchill, someone like that. Said something to the effect of, there's a lot of ruin in a nation. And if you think about it, think about the Roman Empire. First it split in two, then Rome got sacked, then it split into three, and various chunks of it continued to exist for a very long time. And it took a long time to fall. The British Empire was effectively killed on the battlefields of World War I. It still thrashed for decades. The United States is enduring a slow motion collapse that seems to be accelerating. But this whole idea, there's a lot of ruin in a nation, well, things in Canada are moving fast. From Thursday night till Friday afternoon, my Thursday night post was out of date by the time I sat down to record Friday afternoon. And we're out of date from there. And here we are Saturday morning. I haven't even finished uploading my recording from yesterday, and things have changed. What has happened? I posited we're winning, and I genuinely believe that. Premiers Kenney and Moe are dropping mandates. I remember that Premier Legault I guess it's Adolphe Legault of Quebec, has dropped his proposal for a surcharge on the unvaccinated. Canadian medical officer Dr. Tam has said it's time to revisit the COVID passports. Ontario's chief medical officer of health, Dr. Moore, has said the same. All of which has nothing to do with the Freedom Convoy, of course. But at the same time, as you have people with active brain cells like Moe and Kenney, you have people like Prime Minister Blackface and Premier Flatworm of Ontario. Crocodile Tears and I Felt Your Pain from Ontario, and Wired and Willie Disappearing Act out of Prime Minister Blackface. Notions of bringing in the army, which of course would require invoking the War Measures Act, and considering, as I mentioned, the revolution is being live streamed, probably not the greatest idea to send in our special operators to, well, what are they going to do? Are they going to start shooting people dancing the conga and playing hockey, road hockey in the street? Are they going to do that? I don't think so. Some idiot supposed journalist at the National Post, supposedly a right-of-center newspaper, said, oh, the army can do it. You send them in, tell the trucker, move it or else. And what's the or else? Blow it up. Oh, really? You're going to demolish big rigs in downtown Ottawa. You're going to turn our nation's capital into a war zone because you don't like horn honking. But the pressure is being increased. The fascist goober chief of police of Ottawa is going for surge and contain. Bring in 150 officers to start beating on grannies dancing in the street, handing out kielbasas. Oh, that's going to make for really good optics. I have my concerns with the rank and file police officers. Whenever you see video, and there are some great YouTubers out there showing video, the police on the street, they're not doing this stuff. The problem is that by the time you get to be the chief of police, you're not a cop, you're a politician. Well, I keep coming back to Premier Flatworm and Prime Minister Blackface. They're politicians. I read a report, take it for what it's worth. It was anonymous. 2 anonymous sources doesn't count for a whole lot. But the report was that Trust Fund is panicking. He doesn't know what to do. He's run his playlist. Well, I called them racists and misogynist. That was supposed to make it go away. You've been calling anybody who isn't a yellow dog liberal racist and misogynist for at minimum 6 years, Trust Fund. It's lost its sting. The insult doesn't work anymore. All it did was energize the base. And Herr Hitler, police chief of Ottawa, and the government got GoFundMe to steal the donations. Good Lord. This is an organization that funded the occupation, that, what was it, the CHOP and the Chaz and the Black Lives Matter rioters. Oh, it was okay to fund them. But a bunch of truckers honking their horns and dancing and playing street hockey in Ottawa, oh, that's beyond the pale. We can't do that. There's pushback. There's fight in the beast. It's not going to give up easily, not when they entrench themselves. We are winning. The truckers are winning. Over half the country wants the sanctions lifted, wants the restrictions lifted. Oh, but only a third of the country identifies with the truckers. Yeah, and that's 5% more than support Prime Minister Trudeau. Keep up the pressure. Things are moving fast. So fast, like last night I read that GoFundMe was stealing the money and they were going to redirect it to charities of their choice. Something like 24 American attorneys general, states attorneys general said, well, you know what, that's wire fraud and we'll be investigating that as a crime. And that's a serious crime in the United States. And the Twitter personality said, don't just demand a refund, file a chargeback with your credit card company. Not only will that cost GoFundMe a ton of money in chargebacks, but credit card companies may start dropping them for big chargebacks, big costs. So all of a sudden, GoFundMe said, oh, we'll automatically refund your money. We're not going to steal it after all. Freedom lawyers are on the ground. Talk to them. Make sure you know your rights. Do not play into their hands and do anything violent. Keep it peaceful. Keep it images of women, children, black, brown, yellow, white, everybody dancing and happily in the streets. Keep up the pressure. Keep the change a-coming. There's fight in the beast, but that doesn't mean that the beast is going to win.